Hey, what's up? Welcome to this week's edition of 5 Minutes of Management. I'm Frank Kallman here with Rick Bell. Rick, we just wrapped up the spring season of Workforce Live. I returned from Washington, D.C. yesterday. Overall, we had a really great season in New York, Boston, and D.C. And remember, if you weren't able to attend, you can check out the videos from all the talks from the spring season on May 25th.
So that was the sweep of the Eastern Seaboard.
Sweep of the East, and then in the fall will be Chicago, San Francisco, Dallas. So not exactly a West Coast trip. We do hit California, but nevertheless, we're excited to get back at it, and the fall should be fun.
And the bacon will be free?
Bacon will be free.
Nice.
Well, you pay for the event.
That's right.
Unlimited bacon.
That's right.
So, Rick, we got some interesting news. Well, first of all, congratulations. We are with a celebrity here. Rick was asked to appear on CNN International yesterday for a story that we think is pretty interesting. You want to give us the lowdown on what happened?
Yeah, and actually, I think there are probably more viewers of 5 Minutes of Management than there are for CNN International, but who knows? Anyway, yeah, so they actually called and asked about the CEO for Priceline, Darren Houston, resigned in something of a sex scandal where he was having an inappropriate relationship with another employee, and so yeah, he stepped down, and so CNN International wanted to talk about it, and who did they call but me? I'm sure I was number 43 on their list.
They probably saw 5 Minutes of Management and said, "This is the guy."
You know, it's funny. They said, because I asked the lady, "Where'd you find me?" She said, "You're on YouTube." And I said, "What? Did you see that video my son posted from Christmas or what?" She said, "No, it's 5 Minutes of Management." It's like, all right, so people are watching. So hi there, CNN International. Anyway, Darren Houston resigned, and it essentially brings up the conversation of inappropriate relationships or relationships in the workplace. And to me, it's like the courts say it's okay to have a policy, but you don't have to have a policy. Now, if you probably should have something in place regarding superiors and subordinates, but as far as like, you can't stop love,
sure.
Which I think is the name of the song. But.
And to be sure, if I'm citing the story correctly, the relationship that he had was not with a direct report of his. So
correct.
It was with somebody else, but nevertheless, high-profile company like Priceline, high-profile position like the CEO. If that does surface and become public, it could be potentially damaging to the share price.
Right, but it wasn't. I mean, obviously, the Priceline's price held, and financially they were doing fine. They were doing fine under Houston, and so yeah, they're financially they're okay.
Yeah.
So
Rick, we're also experiencing one of my favorite weekends of the year, the NFL Draft, which is in Chicago for the second year in a row,
That's right.
Bringing a lot of festivities to the area. But, the NFL Draft tends to draw a lot of parallels to the workplace and to talent and value, and there's all sorts of ways you can cut it. But, Rick, you had a particular instance that you viewed regarding a certain draft pick that you thought would be interesting.
Well, when Laramie Tunstall was drafted, Tunsil was drafted. His stock, he was projected to be the number one pick early on, but right before the draft occurred, a video popped up on his Twitter account, I believe, and showing him smoking pot, and it just absolutely damaged his stock as an NFL draft choice. So he dropped from potentially top 5 to number 19, wow. I believe, and cost him literally millions of dollars. And so to me, it brings up the lesson that if there's something in your past that you don't want people to see, don't record it. Don't let it get out. Now, granted, it was said that his account was hacked. Don't know, but it showed up and it cost him.
Yeah, your social reputation on the internet these days is extremely valuable, and you got to watch out and make sure that you're represented properly on the internet. And that goes not just for NFL players, but for anyone who hopes to be employed someday or just manage their professional reputation. So it's worth keeping tabs on what you post and making sure that you're posting things that you wouldn't be afraid for your employer or future employer to potentially see. So
right. Right. Absolutely.
Anything else from you?
Nothing else.
Nothing
me,
else.
All
right.
Other than more bacon. We want more bacon.
So yeah, Workforce Live in the fall, bacon, and lots of insights and lots of fun. September 1st, I think we're in Chicago, and I can't remember the 2 other dates, but you guys should check it out. But that's all we've got for this week's edition of 5 Minutes of Management. For Rick Bell, I'm Frank Coleman. We'll see you next week.
Take care.